Whoa, what's a shot? How does it work? Can I see the gun? Well, son, this is actually a needle, and we just put it in you, and you won't get sick. Really? Yeah. Why is it called a shot then? Ah! Because it's worse than a gun. I've had some experiences with the medics, in specific, doctors, dentists, and dermatologists, with a small category under dentists called orthodontics. But instead of boring you to death with these big words, I'm going to refer to them as the 3 Ds. These 3 Ds are a common fear among children, except my sister, who for some reason likes to get shots. Despite this, every time we went to the doctor, we hid under the table as long as we could until the doctor came in and made us surrender. He was actually really nice, so our experiences weren't too traumatic. I usually talk my mom out of giving me shots, so I don't think I've had one since COVID. When I got the COVID shot, it didn't hurt as much as normal, and I slightly enjoyed getting a bad fever when we got home. None of the stories I have from the doctors are exciting, so let's move on to D2, dentists. My average visit consists of getting weighed, getting x-rayed, and getting my teeth looked at. There's a TV above the chair so you can watch any show you want. My worst dentist experience was when they were doing something with my molars. They shoved a bunch of random tools in my mouth to keep it open and put a cotton ball in the opening, which I almost swallowed because they kept asking me questions. That's probably the closest I've been to death because my mouth was watering and choking me. Now let's talk about orthodontists. Honestly, this is the most dreadful category. The appointment spawns out of nowhere, and you get stressed about it the whole week. And when you finally get there, all they say is, well, looks like your teeth are all good, and then they spend all that time for nothing. Except for when something's wrong with your teeth. I was only 13, and they pulled out my x-rays and showed me that my wisdom teeth were growing. We decided to schedule the oral surgery during spring break for some reason. When I got in the room, they put me in a chair and put a needle in my arm to make me fall asleep. When I woke up, they put me in a wheelchair and brought me out to my car, and I tried to walk, but I started to fall, so they had to put me in themselves. Turns out that getting your wisdom teeth out early is a lot better, because it heals after only a few days. I even got to eat chips after the 3rd day, which was very different from my mom's case. One last story for D2O is when I got my 2 teeth pulled out. The orthodontist always told me that my teeth weren't falling out like the average, but said that we could just wait for them to fall out on their own. After about 8 appointments, he decided that we should probably talk to the dentist and get the last 8 out. Before then, I lost 6 teeth, so it cost a lot less. I went over to the dentist for the removal, and they told me I'd have to get laughing gas to make me less worried. It's really cool because the gas had different flavors, so I chose mint. They poked me a lot with needles to numb my mouth, which did not hurt as bad as it tasted. Sometimes, I can still taste the stuff they numbed me with. Mostly, they just had me sit there for 15 minutes with the numbness kicking in. The whole time, I was thinking about the gas, because nothing seemed less worrying. They had to give me a bit more numbness, but they got tired of waiting, so they decided to pull my teeth out immediately after applying the numb. When we got the bill, the doctors told us that they ran out of gas, so I had the mask on for no reason. Honestly, I'm kinda glad that was the case because who knows what kind of nonsense I'd be yapping about after coming off the high. The 3rd D is for dermatologist. But wait, I've never had skin problems. That's because my mom has been the one popping my zits since I hit puberty. She doesn't do this as much now, but when she was in her popping prime, I'd most likely be chilling on my phone and she'd start examining my face and ears. I crashed out a lot because I couldn't focus on what I was doing with her constantly pinching my face. Now you know the 3 Ds. Go tell your parents about them. I don't care. See ya. Big thanks to everyone who sent me a question for the Q&A. I did not expect that many people to actually respond to it. I'm making one more video after this and then it will be the Q&A, so make sure to stay tuned.